If you're an entrepreneur, a founder, or a leader in an organization, your communication skills are going to determine how your team responds. It's going to determine your company culture and how you're going to move forward. I'm Michael Esposito, and I work with founders and entrepreneurs just like you in order to help you communicate better and more effectively in your team meetings and in your team one-on-ones. What I've learned in all of this coaching that I've done over the years is that leaders like you don't have an issue in terms of working through problems. You have an issue with communicating through those problems. And that's why today in this video, I'm going to help you break down what are the issues that we have in difficult conversations and a simple framework on how to solve for them. Stay with me here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever left a conversation thinking, wow, that escalated quickly? Or, I didn't really mean to say that? Or, why did I react that way? If you're asking yourself these questions, then you're obviously self-aware and reflective. And I want you to recognize that these kinds of issues happen everywhere. They happen in the workplace, they happen out in public, they happen in marriages, in relationships, and in friendships. In all sorts of relationships, you're going to witness issues like this. And the thing is that the argument, again, is not the problem. The problem is the story that we're attaching to the argument. It's the assumptions that we make when the other person is speaking. It's the tone that we use when expressing our feelings. It's the way that we react and respond to the other person. And this right here, this is where leadership breaks down. This is where it changes the dynamic of your leadership in your team, your marriage, your friendships, and all around you. And that's why it's so important to stick around for my framework on how to solve for this. Recently, I had a disagreement. Yes, even me. I'm not perfect or immune to this. I had a disagreement recently, and honestly, I could have handled it differently. I could have been a little bit more emotionally objective. I could have seen the situation for what it was rather than create my own story and disagreeing in a way that started causing conflict. Our tone was certainly not appropriate for each other. And on reflecting on that, I found that a lot of work could be done in order to fix it and solve for it. And this is why this kind of work is so important. Because as leaders, when we recognize that we're making assumptions, that we're telling a story rather than listening to what's actually happening in front of us, and when our tone is slightly disrespectful or pointed at the other person, it's going to change the dynamic of the conversation. And that's why it's so important to be able to solve for this and to be able to pause in those moments, regain our clarity, and lean into the work that we're about to do, to lean into the framework that I'm about to share with you. When we work on telling a different story, on listening to the other person, not creating assumptions, and changing our tone to be respectful to the other person, that's when we're able to truly be engaged in a disagreement respectfully while listening to the other person and coming to a collaborative or some sort of way forward that is going to promote the well-being of our organization and or our friendships and relationships. Before we jump into the framework, I just want to give you 3 simple techniques that you could use when in a disagreement. Become an objective observer. Just pull yourself out of the situation emotionally and observe the situation. The second is acknowledge the other person's feelings. When we acknowledge the other person's feelings, they feel seen and heard. And therefore, our emotional intelligence, all of our emotions are able to be more controlled. And the other person's as well. And the last one is have a shared goal in mind. Try to describe what does a win look like in this conversation. Is it grabbing coffee as friends afterwards? Is it getting through an agenda in the meeting and solving for a client's problem? What is the shared goal of this disagreement? Describe that together while working through it. By doing this, it's going to help improve your company culture because your team is watching. Communication is one of the biggest and most important skills that you can learn as a leader. Simon Sinek calls this psychological safety. Brené Brown refers to courageous conversations. When we think about these kinds of thought leaders, what they're helping us do as leaders is communicate more clearly, work on our disagreements with our team. You see, great leaders don't avoid conflict or disagreements. We engage in them, but we engage in them intentionally and thoughtfully, moving towards a shared goal. Hey, if you're getting value out of this, then make sure to like and subscribe to this. I do these videos on a weekly basis for you to help you with your leadership and communication skills. And if you want to see the rest of the video, just click on here and you'll get my respect framework. If you're just stopping here, make sure to download your free PDF and subscribe. Stay happy and stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.